At Healthcare Partners Medical Group, our mission is to provide the highest quality of healthcare to each and every patient. With 5 locations in Pahrump, we are local doctors you know and trust. We want to thank you for choosing us. Quality care starts here.
News 46 is brought to you by Comfort Hospice Care, where we give our patients and their loved ones peace of mind, knowing we provide the highest quality of care 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more information, call 775-751-0349. News is also brought to you by the St. Therese Mission, a future venue for cultural and environmental events near Pahrump. Get involved. Visit us at sttheresemission.com or call 702-507-4172.
Tonight on News 46, thousands of officers participate in the Baker to Vegas relay.
The Valley Homes Giant has a new home.
And Desert View Hospital holds a women's health seminar. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Glenn Evers and Monique Mitchell. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Monday, April 15, 2013. I'm Glenn Evers.
And I'm Monique Mitchell for News 46.
Well, happy Tax Day 2013. Hopefully everyone has got their tax returns in on time. But just for your information, the local post office here in Pahrump does not have extended hours tonight for late tax returns.
Well, the United States has just suffered what officials are calling a terrorist attack. 2 people are confirmed dead and at least 100 others are injured in what they are calling a bloody scene, with some people missing limbs when 2 explosions occurred near the finish line during the Boston Marathon this morning. The 2 explosions happened after the first of the races. Nearly 27,000 runners had crossed the finish line. A third blast was later reported at the JFK Library about 5 miles away. No injuries were reported at the library blast. 2 other devices were located near the area of the Boston Marathon and dismantled. Suspicious packages were also found after the blast at 3 Boston subway stations.
Over 10,000 law enforcement officers traveled through the town of Pahrump over the weekend for the 29th annual Baker to Vegas Challenge. This race benefits a fund for fallen officers' families.
Well, we always have had. It was provided before by other, but this year is provided by the VFW, the welcome trailer. We're giving out water, hot chocolate, coffee, cookies, bananas, and we just yell for all the runners and tell their names and where they're from. And we're having a great night. It was nice, getting a little windy now for some of the runners, but so it'll be about 3:30 before we end up tonight. We have around 270 teams, and there's about 10,040 people between the chase cars and all that will go through here tonight. And,
so that's quite a lot of people. I know the hotel rooms get booked, the RV parks get booked at this time. People are spending a lot of money here in our town. This is bringing a lot of cash. Do you guys have even an estimate over the years what it's brought in?
Well, we were kind of estimating that there would be $69,000 taxable money just from hotel rooms. They all buy gas here. I tell them it's cheaper here than at Baker. They go to Smith's and buy all their stuff. The hotels are all booked. And so, in fact, there's a lot of people that just come up here to eat, and they're, camped out along the way.
Yeah, they are.
So it's great.
You've been doing this for 15 years?
19.
19 years?
19 years, yep. I've been chairman 13 years, but I worked with Juanita Dietrich and Jim Carnell and his wife from the Moose for the first few years,
So are you seeing it growing every year?
Oh, yes. Well, this year we're a little back. 2 of the countries that normally come couldn't come. Some of the other teams that have always been with us have had, some financial problems, but with 270 teams, we're doing okay.
You're a runner here in the Baker to Vegas. I know you always pick a difficult run because this is something that you do all the time.
I've run the same leg. This is my 5th time, same leg. I started Chicago Valley Road, This year, it kind of changes every year a little bit maybe. It was 6.6 miles. I had an absolute blast. Last year, it was so hot, I honestly wanted to quit. This year, I had more fun than I ever have. It was an absolute blast.
So I know that Nye County's been doing this, I think, for 5 years now.
It's a great event. It's a lot of fun. Everybody should come out and check it out.
Is to benefit a really good cause. Tell me how you feel about that.
I think it's fantastic. I mean, obviously, it's a great cause. It's very worthwhile, and anything we can do to support it, yeah.
Well, the fate of the Valley Homes giant, or his original name, Texaco's Big Friend, has not been officially decided. However, he will not be destroyed, according to the Pahrump Valley Disposal, who now owns the rare attraction. Only 300 of the fiberglass giants were originally made for Texaco in 1965, and only 4 now exist in the United States. One of the 4 left being the one now owned by the local disposal and recycling facility, who wants to repair, paint, and possibly place him at Pahrump Valley Disposal's Recycling Center's location on Mesquite.
We are here at Pahrump Valley Disposal. We're going to speak to Mike Smith about who's right behind me here.
This is Big Friendly. He came from a business down on 160, and we purchased him for the scrap metal aspect of it, and turns out he's quite a star.
Yeah, this is what was the Valley Homes giant down there. You guys bought him for scrap for the purpose because he's got a lot of metal inside him.
That's correct. Yeah, he's got a pipe down the center of him, and he's actually pretty heavy.
What happened when you guys purchased him and brought him here? You guys started getting contacted by people about him?
Yeah, we within about 3 or 4 days of getting him here to the yard, we had several people contact us about did we receive him and where did he come from and were we the ones who got him and all that stuff. And he ended up here, and we left him right here on the sled, and this is where he's been ever since.
You guys have decided that you don't want to, in fact, scrap him now at this point. You haven't made an official decision what you're going to do, but you possibly might use him for a sign?
Yes, that's correct. We contemplated, just cutting the pipe out of him, but one of the biggest things when he came in is we thought about using him as an advertising gimmick up here in our scrap yard, and turning him into something different, and painting him and putting him up in the corner over there as advertising. And obviously now that we know who he is and what he's all about, either way, whether we decide to use him or we do something else with him, we would talk to everybody involved and make sure that if it was something that we didn't want, that the town or the county or someone would have access to him.
He's sustained a little bit of damage from the Harris family hauling that took him down. He's missing, I think, 2 of his arms.
Yeah, he's missing two of his arms. One of them's on the other side, and then as you can see, his hand's broken, and he would need some fiberglass work, but definitely very repairable.
Fiberglass work is actually pretty easy to do, isn't it?
Yes, correct. You just have to find the right person that does it, and you'd have to re-sculpt him and do some other things, but he's not irreparable.
Do you know how long or when you guys might be making the official decision?
You know, we haven't really talked about it much. We've been pretty busy, but I would imagine here in the next, 30, 60, 90 days, we'll probably make some type of a decision with him.
And speaking of running, with the Baker to Vegas relay just ending, after the break, we will discuss proper running techniques.
Looking for a way to improve your run?
I've doubled the amount of weekly mileage.
See if you could do what this man did. Next on Prescription Health.